guys, today is Friday, March 7th, and tomorrow, well, 1 week from tomorrow, March 15th, marks the 1-year anniversary since my grandma passed away. And so I knew I wanted to do something special video related to, I don't know, honor. So about a year ago, around this time, one of my very best friends and I had just gone through a bad breakup, and we weren't going to be friends with each other, so he was out of my life. And then my grandmother got sick and went into the hospital. So for about a week, she was there, and I was in and out of school, in and out of the hospital, etc. And then finally, that Friday, March 15th, she was taken off her ventilator and passed away. And everyone grieves differently, so I went through a couple different phases. At first, I thought I was accepting it, but I think I was more in denial because it didn't really hit me. I wasn't comprehending that I wasn't going to see her ever again. And then I was kind of angry. I was angry that she had been taken away from me and my family, and I was angry that some people get their grandparents for 80 and 90 years, and mine had only passed age 60. So I was mad, and then I was just really upset, and I withdrew from my life, so to speak. I would only talk to my very best friends that I had made on the internet. I wouldn't talk to anyone. I was kind of slacking in school, which I am a normal AB honor roll average student. I was slacking. I couldn't really focus in class because I wasn't really thinking about anything relevant to what we were doing. I didn't really know how to talk about it. I didn't know what to do. I was just kind of perpetually sad. I was watching a lot of Fairly Odd Parents. I wasn't eating a lot. Friends had to check on me to make sure that I was eating, that I was getting sleep, etc. And this kind of went on for a few months, and then sophomore year ended for me, and summer came along, and I had time to kind of cope, and I basically turned myself around. I came to terms with what was important to me, specifically my mom. My mom and I have always had a pretty good relationship, but ever since my grandma passed away and she lost her mom, I got to thinking, what would happen if I lost my mom? I don't want to have any regrets regarding my family. So I've been very family-oriented. I kind of turned myself around. I had been wallowing about my bad breakup, and I kind of couldn't get over it, and I think it was partly due to the whole grandma thing that was already going on. I didn't really know how to cope, and I kind of got to a point where everything just sort of shifted, and I can't really name it, but it sort of shifted. I started to feel differently. I started to feel independent, and I apologized to my friends for shutting them out, but I kind of separated myself at the same time and said, I don't really need to rely on others, and I started focusing on my inner happiness and inner me, and quit relying on boys and quit relying on friends, and just focused on myself. And I guess I wanted to make this video to tell you guys that there's always something good to be taken out of a bad situation. My grandma was kind of the heart of our family, Sunday dinners, holidays, just keeping everyone from fighting, etc. That was my grandma. But what I've taken away is that she's had so much influence on me through the years, and I've taken away so many life lessons, and I turned myself into a stronger, better me. And I became more independent with myself and others, and I became closer to my mom and my siblings and my aunts and uncles and cousins. I got much closer to them because we had more to bond over than we already did, and I saw how important my family is to me. And I remember there was a specific point in time where I told my best friends, the ones that I met through the internet, mind you, I was very pessimistic about it. I was like, nothing is going to get better, nothing good is going to come out of this, I'm just going to continue to cry myself to sleep every night. And I'm always going to wake up and miss her, and I'm going to forget it happens sometimes and be sad, and none of this is going to get better. And I'm here to tell you that it does get better. At the time, I thought it was never going to end. I complained all the time about how it felt never ending and that it was never going to stop hurting. And, you know, it still hurts sometimes, but it did get better. It got less and less, and I learned how to take something away from it and to appreciate the fact that I spent 17 wonderful years with my grandmother, and the fact that my mom is still here, and my siblings are still here, and the rest of my family. Yeah, of course, I miss her more and more every day, but I've taken so much away from it and bettered myself, and I just want to tell you guys that I don't know what you individually are going through or what your home life is like, but there's always something to be taken away from it, whether it be a lesson, a memory, a message, something. There's always something that you can take away and make good out of. So if you think something's never going to end, I'm here to tell you that that's not true. It gets better, and time doesn't heal all wounds, but it does make it bearable. And of course I miss my grandma a lot, but I feel like a different person, and I feel like a different me, and I'm always going to carry her influence around with me. And my cousin's about to have her second baby, and she's kind of torn up about not having my grandma here for it, but I know that she's going to pass on the morals and values that my grandma taught us, and I know that I'm going to learn from my mom, and I'm going to make a difference on people around me based on the difference that my grandmother had on me. And I just want to tell you guys that no matter what you're going through, just push through it. You just have to make it through, because once you do and you come out on the other side, you can say, wow, I did it. I made it all through that by myself. And let me tell you, it's a wonderful feeling being here a year later, stronger and tougher and more independent and happier. I mean, of course I'm sad about not having my grandma, but I'm happier. I know what's important in life, and I know when to focus on me and how to make it through. And if you're sad, make yourself a big cup of tea and watch Fairly Odd Parents, because that's what I did. Or make yourself some tea and read a book, because that's what I've been doing all year. And if you ever feel just really incredibly sad about something, I'm here. I won't make you talk about the issue. We can talk about anything. And I don't care if I don't really know you. Just come to me anytime, and I just want you guys to know that it does get better, and it is okay to be upset, but it's also okay to pick yourself up and move on and become stronger. And so if I teach you guys anything in life, it's to pick yourself up and take something away from the situation. I'm Savannah, and I hope you all enjoyed this kind of sappy video. I love you guys, and I will see you all next time.